All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today, look at this. I got Apurvis Primordial here with me for a review. I'll check out the look, the sound, and the feel of this little fella right over here. I need to thank my buddy Branding for sending this guy along. It's a very cool one, especially the action. We're gonna check it in a second. We have a 3.5 inches blade and 4.25 inches handle, 7.75 inches for the overall size of this fella. This is made in China. It is a production version of this interesting knife. It's a frame lock. I mean, let's call it frame lock, not bolster lock, kinda. But still, we have a titanium frame. We have some micarta set of scales with the windows cutouts through the titanium as well on the show side only, not on the back, of course, because we got this frame lock. And it's a very interesting one, guys. Let's check out the comparison. A couple like Sebenza, large, small Sebenza. Does it tell you anything interesting? I don't know. I thought it was cool to show you, like, for example, these couple of Shirogorovs here. Hati Magnetic and Neon NL, both custom division. We are pretty much in the same realm of the Neon NL for this fella. And look at the handle to blade ratio. Yeah. Spectacular. Almost kind of like more cutting edge than the Neon, which is a stunner. Utzler, slip joint, and another one because I'm into small and carbon fiber gorgeousness. Over here, I'm going to show you also the Hinderex M18 and just like a 520 because they have a little bit of carbon fiber in them, and that's why I thought, whatever. Anyways, this fella here is very interesting because as a fantastic action, mainly, it's a little bit not small, but I don't know. It's the proportions are fantastic. Handle to blade ratio is just gorgeous, but probably it's a little bit too tall for my taste. I mean, aesthetically, I'm talking about. So you have this stone-washed, heavy stone-washed finish for the scales. This is kind of like a bolster block, let's call it that way. But look at the milling lines. You can clearly see with the heavy stone wash going on over here. You have nice windows going on. Even if I'm not a fan of cutouts in the handle, I'm starting to learn and appreciate that. You have some micarta, like brown micarta going on. Look at that. That's pretty good. You have some nice chamfering going on. 3D milled. You see, this is not flat, it's like concave, so that's pretty good to see that. No internal skeletonization. I mean, you got some holes over here, which is all right. Something that I'm not super happy about, if you can see, like the screw you see sticking out from this side. This side is fine, but the show side you have that screw sticking out, which is not, it's kind of like Benchmade kind of thing, right? So it's, yeah, not ideal, but still, it's there, nothing too crazy. You have a titanium backspacer, pretty short, with the tip kind of like, you can touch the tip. It's safe, but you can still snag it if you just want to. And you have I believe it's a captive pivot, this fella right over here. It's running on bearings, of course. It's an interesting knife. It's look, I mean, pocket clip is also very cool. Hello, a Apurvis clip. Milled titanium tip-up carry, kind of like this much deep carry is gonna be. You cannot mount it on the other side. Spring tension is just perfectly dialed in, guys. Really, really cool. And then you get this M390 steel blade. Looks like hand rub, but this is just like probably machine rub. Nice satin finish to the blade. There's no jimping, just a little bit of chamfering only up here, nothing going on over here in the swedge, and big belly pronounced, kind of like a Persian-y style. You have a little bit of recurve at the end even, so it's a very interesting blade with a flat grind and a tiny bit of a sharpening choil, which shows that the thickness behind the edge is getting progressively thicker stronger as you get close to the plunge grind. So interesting cut out on the blade with some chamfering that's allowing reverse spidey flick like that. You can do thumb slow roll. You can do like a thumb flick like that. You can use like 2 fingers to launch the blade. It's, you know, blade is absolutely fidgety, functional, sterile looking. You have just the M390 little logo going on over there, nothing too crazy. Also, you have like nice subdued closing sound. Super discreet when you deploy it. Is very gentle, very classy, unobtrusive, discreet, elegant. I mean, it's quite, I love it. I want to check the weight on this guy because it's not that heavy. I mean, how much we have here? We have 3.4 ounces, so that's all right. I mean, it's pretty good. Feels good in the hand. Don't really feel any hot spots whatsoever. It doesn't really have a fantastic grip, maybe because it's a little bit on the small size, but still feels kind of good in the hand. I don't really feel any. Yeah, it's well put together. It's solid. There's no rattling. There's no flexing. Even if the... Actually, no, there's flexing here. Look at this. Actually, I can flex pretty much. Also, on this side, I thought... So here is good, but here, not so much. It's, I mean, it's not a big deal, but there's no lock stick. That's good. There's a stainless steel lock face insert with the over travel integrated there. The cutout for the lock bar is kind of like here, very, very thin. You have, of course, a bearing situation going on under the hood, and that is why this action is simply gorgeous. Like, my favorite thing about this knife is this very good closing action, just phenomenally dialed in. The detent is gorgeous. You have a detent ball ramp, which is always a nice thing to have. It's, I mean, it's a pretty interesting knife, guys. Main thing for me on this fella was the action. Nice fit and finish. I have to say, pretty gorgeous and quiet sound when you close this fella. It's not gonna break the bank. It's an interesting one. It has some nice lines and good materials. So there you have it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.